They fronting.
Listen.
Oh, that means we really live.
We live, baby.
We not pre-live. We live.
Listen. First and foremost. I want to say this. The things that will be discussed on today's episode are in no way, shape, and form representative of Bravery Studios.
Yes.
These are the words of myself.
And myself. That's what he forced me to say.
That's what I forced you to say. In no way, shape, or form are the words that are about to be presented to you guys today are in...
This is us live and direct.
Live and direct.
We will take full responsibility and accountability because today's episode is obviously going to be about...
Some shit's going to be said.
You know?
Yeah.
Circus. We back, yo.
Listen, man.
The Ringaling Brothers is back.
Listen.
What the Big Top Circus? What was another one? The Ringaling Brothers, the Soul Circus. Woo!
Not
the Soul Circus. Soul Circus got too much soul. We won't put them in there. Cirque du Soleil, we could throw them in
Universal
there.
Soul.
Nah, it's the Universal Circus. But he can't. Nah, he don't got that one. But the circus is back in town, y'all.
Don't ask me.
It's back for the next 4 years.
Don't ask me how I'm doing.
Oh, okay. I know how you doing.
You know how I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point, anybody who follows me on social media knows how I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be quiet while you speak on how you're feeling. I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to let you talk. And then once you tell me, hey, I'm finished.
Yeah.
I'll speak my piece.
You'll speak your piece? Mm-hmm. Okay, that means that's a long-winded. That means there's a lot that you're going to cover.
I'm going to, for now while Dante's talking, I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Wow.
The floor is yours,
That's
sir.
crazy. I've actually...
And if you have something to ask me, then I'll respond. But other than that...
Man, this is the first time in this has been maybe 60 episodes we've shot. This is the first time you've been like, shh.
I'll say this. You should be the difference you want in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
I always say that, so I'm going to actually practice it 100% instead of the 60% that I've done. Well, apparently half the fucking country can't read. But
we're gonna get into that.
But
honestly, how I'm feeling, I've had a couple of conversations. I'm not here to tell people how to live their life or who to vote for. That's what democracy is, living in this land that we call America. But am I excited about the next 4 years, about what I have to deal with? The next 2 years? Why is the next 2? We'll get into that. Oh, okay. Well, you put up the 2, so I was like, I got 2 minutes. But yeah, son. Like how I woke up on Wednesday was exactly how I woke up in 2016 on the day after the election day. And it's not even on some shit where it's like I'm mad that he won. It's on some shit where it's like I'm mad that he won again. Like the first time it's like, okay, cool. You do what you want. We see it. It's like, you go through trial by fire. They say you learn from your mistakes. We saw what was happening. We're going to get into it a little bit more, but we saw, like, this is the surface level of how I felt. So when I woke up the next time, this time around in 2024, for me, it was just like, damn, I'm not all the way surprised, but I am a little shocked in the sense of like, yo, we really can't get past a certain point. Like, what it feels like is, I guess the best analogy I could use is like with fantasy football, there's floors and there's ceilings. I fear that America has reached its ceiling in the sense of like progressiveness. We got to a point where we were like, yo, we're actually tiptoeing in a way where things can look progressive, like things can change. And then we got to that point and it was just like, nah, like we're not going to get past that. What happened the first go around? It is what it is. Like I said, everyone had their reasons. Oh, he speaks his mind. He's about his business. He stands on business and all that wonderful jazz. Now, this time around, I'm just perplexed because I don't know what the reasoning is this time. And I know what the general consensus is going to be. I'll look this way too. The general consensus is going to be, we're going to make more money. Yes, I know that that's the rhetoric that everyone wants to follow. The only thing I ask is, please please direct me in the direction of where this alleged plan is going to be. That's all I want. Like, if you can give me a website so I can do my research, then I will feel better. I'm perplexed because I don't get it. When people say, oh, he's going to bring us more money. How? He just will. How? He has a concept of a plan. Gee, that sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Because with no action, it just sounds like he's thinking about something. So, okay, I ask you, what is the plan? Oh, you mean the wonderful taxes. Yes, y'all wanted to talk about that. Those things are going to be now called tariffs. We'll get into that because I know many people don't know what those things are. But those things that you complained about before that the president doesn't have anything to do with, like, I don't know, inflation. Now you're really going to be upset when you want to go get certain things that are from other countries, and then people will say, well, it's because he wants to make things more American. Yeah, that's wonderful. But what is the nicest thing, other than people will throw out Ford and all that other stuff? Name something here that other countries want from us that we give to them as opposed to the other way around. Because every time I turn around, electronics, we don't do that. Anything dealing with like moving society forward, maybe there used to be a way. But yo, everything is red now. Everything is red now. And all those people that said Project 2025, oh, it's not. Yo, let that shit get signed. Y'all thought it was funny. Like, yo, y'all really thought it was funny. And for me, it was like, that's why I don't get it. I don't get it. And when people say, oh, it's just the Department of Education, do you not understand what everything else is already going to be bad, like immunity for police and all of those things, because they running us down now. Yo, if you don't get no consequences for your action, y'all seen what happens when children don't get no consequences for their actions? Yo, we're about to be in a state of the world where it's like, yo, bro, China came out and said, yo, this time around, can we please just be cordial with each other? Like, I don't want your finger on the button. Yo, I don't know if y'all remember, but those 4 years, every day, I don't know how y'all all felt, but I hated waking up every day knowing that this man's finger was on the button. Every single day, it's like, yo, he about to press it. He's pissed off because somebody said they don't like his hair. He's pissed off because someone said they don't like the way he talks. Like, yo, we have a child in office again. Y'all literally let this happen again. So you know what? I've said my piece on how I felt. I'm just going to sit back for the next 4 years, be black in America, because that's what I ain't got no choice but to do anyway, and just watch as everything unfolds, because this is what y'all wanted. And I'm talking to the millions of people. Yo, you seen that fucking map about all the... And don't get me started with y'all motherfuckers in Jersey. Don't get me started with Jersey. Bro, I've said my piece. I'm just now going to sit back, watch how everything unfolds, and I just want to see the complaints. I want to see what the complaints are going to be, because I want to see if they're going to line up with what my complaints already I know what they're going to be. But that's my piece. That's my TED Talk. That's my soapbox, guys. Thanks for listening. But we're still here. We're still here because we got a lot to cover. But that's just the surface level of Power Up Here. So I don't understand how we did it again. Excuse me, they did it again. But I know they say we have to accept that is our president. So now I can press play.
Okay. Hey, how'd that feel?
Felt great.
All right, good, because
I've been talking to some people. So if you would have hit me up, bro, that's why I'm upset I had work when you went live, bro.
I hate you.
Because that day, emotions was running high. I've had moments to now bask in my emotions and articulate them a lot better than how I felt, because overall, angry was the only word that was going to come out on that day. But hey, here we are. Yes.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good, bro.
Like I said, I wanted you to get that off. I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, we're going to have a conversation anyway. So that's, like I said, that's surface level how it's going.
Before I get into my spiel, I put 2 up because we all have to remember, midterms elections mean a lot.
Yes.
Like you just said, not only did he win president, he also was able to convince them to flip the Senate and the House. So and they already had the majority in the Supreme Court. So Trump currently in January will hold all 3 branches of government.
Yep.
So the midterm elections, 2 years, are going to mean so much more.
Yes.
I'll say this before I get into his side of things. This is why I always say we need to do away with the 2-party system. The leadership of the Democratic Party does not fucking listen. I like to fancy myself a democratic socialist. I'm more progressive. people hear socialism to this day and just equate that with communism. It's two different ideologies. The even funnier part is, if I tell somebody, hey, I'm a democratic socialist, and they'll think, oh, well, socialism, communism, not realizing these same stupid motherfuckers went and voted for Trump for the $1,200, the COVID relief fund.
No, remember it was 24. He did it twice.
Excuse me, but the second time wasn't even.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Biden was president.
That's
but
right.
Mind you, A, that's not even president. Congress does that. B, guess what that is? That's a form of socialism. You fucking idiots. Like, people were like, oh, stop calling people dumb. No, you think, oh, I'm going to vote for this man because he doesn't want communism to come to this country and socialism equals communism, but you voted for him for some socialism type shit. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
See why I'm perplexed?
What are we doing? Getting back to what I was saying.
I have to laugh to keep from crying, bro. That's all it boils down to.
Getting back to what I was saying. The Democratic Party, the leadership of the Democratic Party, I can go far as back as the primary for 2016, the first time Trump won. Everybody was killing me when I used to be online and say, vote for Bernie. Because Bernie was the only one, the way he thinks, that would have worked side by side but with the Republicans in Congress and in the House at that time, because he likes to do things bipartisan. He has a lot of friends, even though he wholeheartedly disagrees with them, but he knows that to actually make this country better, you have to work side by side with people you disagree with.
Absolutely.
But what people went wrong with that was the Democratic Party sabotaged Bernie when Bernie was clearly beating Hillary. Everybody's like, oh, Hillary lost because she's a woman. No. Hillary lost because A, she campaigned wrong. B, she shouldn't have been the fucking nominee.
We wanted Bernie. I remember that
She
year.
shouldn't have been the nominee.
Yeah.
And people was like, oh, well, she won fairly. No, the fuck she didn't. The emails got leaked right before the election.
Yep.
They literally started implementing rules that they never implemented. But in that primary of the Democratic Party before the major election, one thing they did in the state of New York, because had Bernie won New York in that primary, they would have been forced to make him the nominee.
Yeah.
So you know what the governor of New York did at that time?
What did he do?
If you weren't a listed Democrat for the 2 years leading up to that primary, you couldn't vote in the primary.
Yeah.
Which then took at least 500,000 votes away from Bernie.
Yeah. Wow.
The emails get leaked. Deborah Schwartzman, who was the fucking head of the Democratic Party, the National Convention at the time, her emails get leaked to where she literally put this shit in writing. Why the fuck would you be dumb enough to put that in writing? I'd see if I said it to you face to face. Nobody can track that.
Even over the phone. Like, I could have said it over the phone and nobody could have tracked that.
She put it in writing. Once again, out of sight, out of mind. People like to forget shit. Now, to Orange Maniac. I think I'm trying to calm myself down, because when I get hyped, my voice gets like 10 levels higher.
Yeah, I noticed. But I know you're passionate about this, so you know, I get it.
My main issue isn't with the people who've always supported him. Racism in this country, it's like,
ain't going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere.
You know,
racism is American history. That's just what this country is. What makes me even more upset is the people who look like us, the people we know personally, that just decided that I'm going to go vote for this man for the dumbest of reasons. I'm not one to argue with you on why it doesn't make sense or makes not. I want to hear what you have to say to me, and I'm going to prove you wrong. Once I prove you wrong, there should not be any discussion from there.
Yeah.
This is what's wrong with people.
That's how it's supposed to go, at least.
I'm an open-minded motherfucker. If you can show me where I'm going wrong at, I'm not going to fight you on it. I'll shut the fuck up. You witnessed me do that.
I have.
Oh, shit, I'm wrong. All right, well, I'm not going to fight you on it. Yeah, I got to eat that. I got to eat my words.
Yeah.
You brought it up when you were talking. People are saying, I hear it all the time, he's going to make the economy better. Do you guys understand how badly he fucked? I want y'all to understand the great economy he inherited from Obama. Now, think about this. In the first year for any president, their policies aren't taking place in that first year. Their first year is basically getting into the job, setting stuff up for their second, third, and fourth year. Because now what's happening is the president that was there prior, their policies are most of their policies are going to take effect until the second and third year of your new presidency.
Yeah, you don't just come in, change shit up, and then it goes into effect. Like no, that's not how it works.
You got to get Congress to side with you. You got to all these different factors.
There's
a process to it. So the first year of a president, we're not going to blame you for that shit. But what Trump do in his first year? He came in immediately and tried to take credit for what Obama did, for what he inherited.
Went on the group project and was like, hold on, wait.
He literally changed Obamacare. Remember, he changed the name Obamacare to Trumpcare. In his first year, and people ate that shit up.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what?
It's like, see, I told you he was going to do something. That's why I said I'm sitting back, because you know what? The silver lining is he gets a fresh slate. So now we can honestly see what's going to happen. I want to see it, but go ahead. I mean to interrupt you, brother.
We gotta hash this shit out.
There's a lot to unpack.
There's
a lot to unpack.
We gotta unpack this shit from start to finish. So he does that in his first term.
Okay.
First year, he takes a lot of credit for the shit Obama did. His second year, that's when he's really getting into his nitty gritty.
Yeah.
At this point, remind you too, just like he about to inherit now, he has Congress. He has the Senate. He has the House. So he has all this shit in his weaponry. And he's like, all right, I'm about to use all this shit. We live, baby. So now he started posing all the dumb shit. I think people forget Obama deported a lot of motherfuckers. Let's not act like this is a Republican thing.
No.
Democrats report at a high rate as well. But at least to where a Democrat is doing it, it kind of makes sense because they're actively going after people who are literally like, all right, your papers aren't good. Or, okay, you're here on a green card, on a visa, like and you're doing crazy shit. I gotta put you out.
Yeah, I gotta revoke your visa, kind of. But that's always been in place.
He's not doing it in the sense of, well, you don't look like me, you're different, you gotta go. Trump's literally telling you guys, day one, because now he does have the House and the Senate. Day one, we're coming after all of you.
Literally, he said the moment I step foot in there. That's like it's already being typed up. He just has to sign it.
People were like, oh, well, Trump's not for Project 2025. He said that in his entire fucking campaign. Guess what they've been saying the last 3 days? Oh, yeah, he's doing it.
You wanted me to believe that he had no idea that it was going on.
All the people here about to put in his cabinet and in high level government positions have all came out this last 3 days and said, yeah, we're doing it.
Shocking. They lied? What? They lied?
Bro,
I am shocked and appalled.
I need anybody... Remind you, the Department of Justice just had to rescind a lot of the charges against him because you can't go after a sitting president.
Hey.
He's not president yet, but technically, since he's already been elected, and once he steps into office in January, they cannot do anything to him.
Hey.
The only way Trump would be able to be tried is if he literally killed somebody.
Yeah, but let's not forget, that doesn't apply to an American citizen who has a criminal record. You still can't vote. That's not how that works for you, unfortunately. But if you want to be a president, apparently you can have a criminal record. Or maybe it's also that you got to be white. But, that's neither here nor there.
Now, going back to the people who look like us, go through the similar things that we go through. We were friends. And I could say that because we were friends with a lot of these people. We were friends with a lot of cowards. I'll look into every camera and say that. Fucking cowards. We're live right now. Fucking cowards. You know what I mean? People that we know personally, until he won, had not even put anything remotely out by who they sided with. And I know it's not always good to speak on politics and religion, but this is a different climate we're in. For everything that this man preaches, for the shit that y'all know he stands for. There's a reason why the fucking Grand Duke of the KKK wants all his people to vote for Trump. There's a reason for that shit. They're not just doing that because, he's white and he's nice. No. He supports the shit the agenda that they push. And last time I checked, the agenda that the KKK push is white nationalism, correct?
Yeah, That sounds about right.
Sounds right?
Yeah. Sounds correct.
And what happens if white nationalism succeedance? What happens to black people?
Let's see.
Asian people, Latino people. What happens to those groups? You want to answer that, Dante?
I know this one. Okay, so based on the history books, if there was someone who was in power like that, in the name of groups, okay, I got it. I got it. Nothing good.
Nothing good.
And so, because there's a long list of things that I can name, nothing good is on that list.
So one of those groups I spoke on was the Latino people. I have Latino people in my life who I consider family. So I'm not going to disrespect you guys as a whole because I know all you guys didn't go out and put him in office. But this is a problem in the Latin community. I'm close enough to a lot of Latinos to understand that even before all of this happened, a lot of Latino people think they're white.
Oh yeah, that was before this election. That was before this election, though.
A lot of Latino people think they're white, and they carry themselves as such. There's a reason why the Dominicans are constantly trying to kick the Haitians out of their country. There's a reason to why. There's a reason why in a lot of Latin American countries, if you're of darker skin, you get picked on. So, but this is why history is important. This is why learning and reading up on shit is important. When they were fucking colonizing the world, that's the Dutch, that's Spain, that's Britain. They would go into these countries and divide you by your skin tone. If you were darker skin, what happens when you're in the sun, Dante?
And you have darker skin?
No, in general. What happens when you're in the sun too long?
Oh, well, for us, I mean, it gives us superpowers. No, I'm joking. You get sunburned.
And your skin does what?
Yeah, and it starts to get all, tan.
So your skin gets darker.
Yeah.
So when they were colonizing these countries, why are we going to allow the lighter skinned people to sit in the sun and get darker when we already have darker skinned people who are already that? So they put them in the fields. So now when you do that, you're creating a society to where the lighter skinned people can now look down on darker skinned people. It's still happening to this day. I told you guys before, we visited the Philippines. And then you go to the Philippines, it's naturally always fucking hot. They're in the tropics.
Yeah.
You'll see people wearing long sleeve shirts in 90-degree weather.
That's right, you did say
and
that.
You ask them, why are they doing that?
Oh, because we
don't want our skin to get darker.
Nope.
Because if your skin is darker, that means you're a poor farmer. And when you looked at as poor, the government and the people of that country treat you wrong. That's sad.
Yeah.
So I'm going to risk heat stroke because I want people to look at me differently. You can't buy facial products in the Philippines unless you actually read it because a lot of it has skin whitening agents in it.
That's crazy. I ain't know that.
Like this is why people need to look into shit. I'd like to research stuff because it makes me a better citizen of the world, not fucking America. It makes me I hate when I hear Americans like, oh, travel. You're traveling and not learning the places you're traveling to?
Yeah.
You're just going there, oh, this view looks nice.
I got pictures for the gram. Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? So I bring all that up because a huge portion of I told you, I dated a Latino woman who, when George Floyd got killed, she looked me in my face and told me he deserved it.
You told me that. Yeah.
And I asked her, where is this coming from? And then I started to really dive into where the fuck she was saying to me. Father, huge Trump supporter. They're Colombian. But if you didn't speak to them and know them because they're fair-skinned, you would think they were white people.
Yeah.
So a lot of Latino people who are in that position to where their skin is of a white person, they hide behind it. Yeah. And they don't put out their culture because they know that if shit goes wrong, well, I don't look like the people that's getting kicked out.
It's not happening to me.
It's not happening to me.
I'm good.
Their own fucking family members are about to get deported. That's enough to be like, you know what? I'm not going to risk this shit.
Not my family.
But so that's one thing. Going back to the fucking economy. I've been posting shit all week on literally how he's just fucked it up. You brought it up. People keep saying to me, oh, well, we're going to stand to make more money. Do you motherfuckers understand that we're currently still under Trump's first tax code? He made policy and procedure to have that tax code in January of 2025. So guess who's going to create another one in January of 2025? So he's going to this time be like, you know what? I did it so well the first time. I'm not going to do it again the second time. Are you fucking joking? Motherfuckers will look. I've had people look me dead in my face and go, yo, yeah, we can't vote Democrat because the taxes are higher. It's Trump's tax code. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, when all else fails, blame the Democrats.
Yo, oh my God. You brought it up as well. Tariffs. You keep hearing Trump say, oh, we're going to impose tariffs on these imports. We're going to impose tariffs.
Yeah, do it.
We're going to impose tariffs on these imports. Guess who has to pay for the tariff? Our government can't force other governments to pay for shit. That's not how shit works.
What? That's not how it works.
Trump can't go to China and be like, you have to pay this.
Oh, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me we get these tariffs out and we have to pay for them?
So
what?
So peep game.
That's how that works?
The shit can work two ways. Let's say that fucking China actually does go, okay, we'll pay you guys, America. We'll pay you guys, America.
I'm sorry. No. Go ahead. I'll entertain it. Go ahead.
So let's say China goes, okay, we'll pay for this.
Yes.
Guess who still has to pay for the tariff? The government's not going to be like, okay, we're just going to foot the bill. No, they're going to come get that shit. And he's already told you he's not taxing billionaires. Because look at his tax code.
Hello. Guess what? All those people who were like, yeah, we're going to get our taxes. They're going to, no, it's going to, you know what? I'll just wait for when February rolls around. Everybody will be like, damn, I thought I was getting back mad money. I bet you did.
Here's part two of that scenario. Okay, now boom, China, like they're going to say, we're not paying for that shit. Not only we're not paying that shit, if you impose tariffs on our imported goods and you increase the price of what we're importing to you guys, we're just not going to give you guys anything. Guess what happens then? Guess what the fuck happens then, Dante?
What happens then, Sean?
Now we're not getting imported goods for shit that we can't naturally grow here, which means that we're going to have to start making fake shit, which means there's going to have to be an increase in price on goods because we don't have it.
There's a party in America, y'all.
And guess who has to foot the bill on that shit? Guess who then has to pay for it, Dante?
I'm gonna go out on a limb in here and say the American people.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all,
as long
bro?
as they're not billionaires, all of the regular, normal American people.
It's funny, we're laughing, but it's insane, bro.
Listen, bro, I'm at a point now where I think Dave Chappelle said it. There are things that just happen in life that you really can't make up. Like you really can't make it up because he's not, to their point, he is telling y'all the truth. He's telling y'all what he's gonna do, and you eat it up because it sounds nice. But then when you really sit down, like for example, he told y'all about the tariffs. He didn't hide it from y'all. He told y'all. And everybody's like, yeah, you're gonna tax the other countries. Bruh, remember when he gave that $1,200 that everybody was so excited about?
He didn't give it.
Exactly. Remember that loan, excuse me? Because we had to pay it back. So there was nothing.
Remember. I'm only saying that to you because I need motherfuckers to understand. Trump or president can't do that. Congress gave us that money.
Regardless, it was a loan. They make it seem like, and first of all, let me dial it back just a little bit. I was talking to SKO a little bit while ago.
Shout out to Serge.
And he was telling me, shout out to Serge. He was talking to me, we was talking about like, you wake up early, you can wake up early to go to your job, but you won't wake up early, like do something for yourself. Yeah. So you basically like a whore. Yeah. So where I'm going with this is the reason why all of y'all voted for Trump, or excuse me, the people who did when it came to economic reasons was because essentially what you're saying is you'll do it for the money. That sounds like prostitution. That's just what I'm saying. I'm not saying
we're all sex workers.
Basically, if you're saying, "Oh, I did that for you so I can get paid," It doesn't necessarily have to be like a sexual kind of prostitute, but maybe isn't that some kind of like you're selling something for something? I don't know. But it sounds crazy to me that that's the reason, because we're going to make more money is while I'll vote for all these other things that actually aren't going to positively affect me because I'm not even in the bracket that these things are going to protect.
And that's what...
Interesting.
Like, yo,
understood. I get it. No, I don't.
Not to put my business out there. I'm well into a 6-figure salary. Mm-hmm. I won't even benefit from the shit that he's about to impose. I'll still get fucked over for the things he's about to impose. You have to make, and I'm
Wasn't it like? Oh no, I know the number.
You have to make like more. If you don't make more, it's close to 400. If you don't make more than $362K annually, his tax breaks do not help you. You have to make more than 400,000.
Wait, they
don't to allow it to help you.
I thought it would.
And here's the crazier part.
But
here's the crazier part, and I've explained this to multiple people because it's happened in history before. So the corporations who've been increasing their prices while Biden has been trying to impose heavier taxes on them because they can afford it, what they do? They cut people's hours. They tried to keep their pay rates what they were. No more overtime. We're going to increase the price on everything to make the American people think the president is the cause of this. Nothing, all because they're trying to then balance out the losses they're going to take by simply paying not more of a percentage, the same fucking percentage that is being asked of the people to pay. Dante, what's fucking 10% of $1 billion?
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's $1 million.
It's 100.
It's 100 million.
Yeah. So if I made $1 billion,
1%. My bad.
You're fine.
I forgot to carry the
you're fine.
You know, carry the 1, multiply it by 3. You know how it goes.
Listen, I'm not gonna act smart. I only know it because I looked this up before I talk. Speak on shit before you speak on it. You look up shit before you speak on it. I'm not gonna act like I knew that. I found that shit out like 10 minutes ago.
Let's say, damn, that was some good math you did there.
We're not gonna act like that.
Steve gonna stop trying to play me though. You hear the drop?
Can't you read, man? Nah, listen, Steve, that was hilarious. Nah, but yo, so I'm asking you for 10% of $1 billion, so you still get to walk away with $900 million. That's too much money. I don't want to pay that. So guess what? They now lobby for their person to get elected. So then their fucking taxes gonna get cut again because they're currently still fucking cut. So mind you, while we're under Trump's tax code, the fucking corporations were still getting the fucking break.
Yeah.
Because Biden wasn't able to impose that shit because Congress held the fucking code up. So that's been the land of the law for the last, 6 years?
Yeah.
7 years, excuse me. That's been the land of the law for the last 7 years, right? So they're still getting their tax cut, and they decided we're going to raise the prices because we don't have any money. You know what happened the fucking day after the election? Prices started coming down. All these niggas money. Yo, fucking Elon, what's this? Bezos, and the nigga who owned Microsoft all got over $200 billion as a total the day they announced that Trump won the election. Are you fucking joking?
Damn.
But somehow that money is going to then come into your pocket?
No.
Let me get into this too.
No.
Because Dante got me high. I'm on right now. There are people who voted for that man with the best intention.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit up here and say all you guys are stupid. None of that. I'm not going to do that. That would be very wrong of me to do that. A lot of people aren't into politics the way they need to be. So it's easily to be shown something and you could be like, you know what? I agree with that. So I'm going to stick to that. And that's why I'm going to vote for him. But this is why I tell people all the time, you can't do that. People got to get out of this black and white situation. There's always a gray area in life. In life, that gray area exists. Yeah. Rainbows exist for a reason. There's different fucking colors. It's not just black and white. So, fucking, when you look into everything, and that's what helps you start to realize, like, holy shit. I'm literally having conversations with people right now. Yeah. To where they're like, yo, I didn't know that. But you know how easy it was for me to find this shit out?
Yo, it's so easy to find these things out.
I saw a meme that said, now I understand why motherfuckers in school failed open book tests.
Yeah. Yo.
Like,
I get it.
Yo.
I get it.
It's like, the internet exists for good reasons. It's there. You can literally put into ChatGPT, like, what are the bad things that Trump have done? And it'll tell you.
It'll literally tell you verbatim what has happened.
What has happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
You can literally ask Siri, don't pick up.
my Siri don't fuck with me. So every time, look, I'll show y'all. Hey Siri. That nigga be like, fuck off. Oh shit, it answered. Never mind, I was talking bad on you.
Sorry.
My bad, Siri. My bad, Siri. I'll talk to you later.
But my point being is, that's how easy to figure shit out.
Yeah.
You can literally just ask her.
Yeah.
So it's easily, that information is there and it's easily attainable. But yet you choose not to go and attain it because you want to believe what you want to believe to be right. And a lot of people don't like feeling like they're wrong. Mm-hmm. There's a reason why. Up until he won, all these cowards who were hiding behind it chose to wait till he won to start posting about it.
I didn't really hear or see too many things like in support of him.
Yo,
at least from the people that I know.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna let you keep going too because this is one thing I wanted to touch on. Yo, the opposite of church and state. Yo, I think people, again, talk about history. There was literally wars behind when they tried to operate church and state. So when I've known people who say like, oh, well, abortion is wrong and all those things. So they supported Trump because like, oh, abortion is wrong. It says in the Bible, don't do these things. Like, yo, he was out here selling Bibles. Isn't that blasphemous? Like he's selling a product
he has
that
a Bible
free.
With his name on it.
He was and selling it for thousands. So it's like I don't like the rhetoric when they try to throw religion into it because it's like it seems like the religious thing only fits to the perception of what you want it to fit for. Because from what I'm understanding, there's no such thing as one sin is better or worse than another. Idolatry is a sin.
People like
the way that people look at this man is like an idol. You ain't supposed to be
no false idols.
But y'all want to throw religion into it on the back end and say like, oh no, but she was about abortion and all that. Like, yo, don't get me started on them dudes out there specifically, or even the women that voted against things that are gonna be out there to help women. Yo, I went down that dive of like when women actually were able to vote, what the first president was when they was able to vote. Made me question like, yo, when did my mother vote? When did my grandmother vote? Who did they vote for? Like there was so many things that they've had to go through up until today. Mm-hmm. Seeing all these dudes out here who was like, yo, your body, my choice. Like, yo, y'all out here wilding, son.
And where that comes from, though.
That's crazy.
That's white nationalism. And hear me out. Le'Veon Bell, dumbass, tried to get on fucking Twitter and say black people are racist. I'm not one of those people who believe that black people can't be racist. Black people can definitely be racist.
We can be prejudiced.
We can be prejudiced.
We can't be racist.
No, but see, we can
get into it.
No, that's good.
We can get into it.
That's not what this episode is about. We'll talk about that in another episode because we got to stick on to what we
That's fine. That's fine.
But it's good because I'm not going to kill you for disagreeing. No. And I understand why you feel the way you feel. Mm-hmm. And we're definitely going to speak on that.
That's fine. Episode. That's fine, bro. But, we'll table that.
But my thing is, right, understand that a good portion of white people are raised to believe that they have to be superior to everyone. And even if they're not flat out being told that, the actions of some of these parents and their elders are literally shaping their minds to believe it. So there's a reason why, I'll bring it up. We didn't think much of it when we were in school when Union had the black and white calf because all those kids were still quote unquote cool with us. Mm-hmm. There's a reason now as grown ass people you start to see like, yo, these motherfuckers really didn't fuck with us.
Yo, that's crazy.
Like you think
we
about
spoke
that
on
shit.
that, but we spoke on that before, and I agree with you, bro. Because we were kids. We was just like, yo, this is to us. We just call it what it is because that's what it is. They cool over here, we cool over here. Now that you're an adult, it's like, nah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
And we used to say it around teachers, and they used to acknowledge that they knew which ones we was talking about. Yeah. That's crazy.
And no one batted an eye to it because if they were not going to make a problem of it, because they knew as kids we didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But now as a grown-ass man, especially with all this shit happening, and then those coward motherfuckers who I told you have been now online, like, my God, Trump this, Trump that, I get to why that person who snitched on it was like, no, this ain't it. I remember when that story first broke and they had to like switch it up. A lot of people was like, nah, it wasn't that deep. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
But now it's
I remember that.
Yo, I get it. I full on understand it. Getting back to what I was saying with white nationalism. So they were raised to be like that. I was having a really great conversation with somebody. She asked me not to put her name out, so I'm not going to put her name out there. But I was having a conversation with this person. And basically, you know, this person was basically saying to me, like, I don't trust white liberals. She went back to the speech that Malcolm X made. Now, we had a discussion, and I had to inform this person, like, well, understand what Malcolm X wasn't saying, like, oh, I don't trust white liberals only, and I rock with other white people. Malcolm X was saying not to trust any white people.
Yeah, he was that was the type of time he was on.
And I had to let her know that, because I'm like, don't think that he, just because he said white liberals in that speech, that's all he was focused on. He's basically telling people of that time during the civil rights movement, those same people you think are going to help you, when shit gets rough, they're going to hide behind their whiteness. That's what's happening now. When shit's getting rough, those same people who looked us in our face and said they were our friends are hiding behind their whiteness. So now they're posting shit like, well, we can disagree and still be cool. Yeah, if we disagree on what we just talk about, we can disagree on what our favorite colors are. Yeah. The fucking socks we like to wear, the clothes we like to wear. We're not going to have a disagreement on moral shit. Yeah. You're not going to look me in my face and say it's okay for motherfuckers who are citizens. What were we just talking about in the car?
Denaturalization? Yeah.
You can't look me in my face and tell me that motherfuckers who are citizens because now I'm in a position to get deported because of where they're from. That's wrong. And if you think it's cool to side with that, I can't fuck with you as a person.
Because your moral code understands that's not cool. Because even like the term denaturalization, the way that it works is the individuals that you're trying to now kick out of the country have to have done some kind of criminal act, something to revoke that what's already in place. What he's trying to do is like, yo, nah, come on. There's no, you didn't do nothing, but you got to come with me.
Listen, like
that's the type of time he about to be on.
The nerve of motherfuckers do not truly understand that, and it's only coming from one side. That comment, only motherfuckers who went out and put that man's name on that ballot is saying that shit because they know deep. If you knew in your heart that what you did wasn't wrong, you would not make that fucking statement. You would not care.
You'd stand on business, as the kids say.
Straight up. All those racist motherfuckers, what they doing? They're standing on their business.
That's it.
They're not posting that shit.
We knew what type of time they was on. We've been knew.
It's the motherfuckers who like to hide their hand. And as I was speaking to this person about the Malcolm X thing, and I'm thinking about what I just said, I'm like, yo, you know what? Because I was thinking that this person was coming at me on some bullshit. But then as I'm sitting there listening, I'm like, you know what? This is what this person means. Yeah. Don't hide your fucking hand the entire time. And soon as shit get rough, hide behind his whiteness. You don't do that.
Damn, son.
Damn. Like, we got to end the episode soon, but like I could go on for hours about this shit, bro, because it's like, it's so fucked up, man. Yeah. It's so much more that I want to say, but I'll end it with this. We got 2 years. We got two fucking years. I'm not actively rooting against Trump. I pray that the things that he says he wants to do outside of the deportation and all that shit, I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I really do hope I make more money.
Not just that though. Like I hope he creates an environment to where we can be unified. We can succeed as a nation. It will be safer for us. But if you look at throughout history from the shit he's trying to impose, just go back and look at the last 5 Republican presidents and look at the the economies they've left when they got out of office. And you will see that they all have been fucked up. Even Trump's last economy was fucked up. What are we doing as a nation, yo? And kill me with this, it was a landslide victory. Biden had 81 million votes when he beat Trump, and Trump had the 74. Trump won this presidency with 72 million to Kamala's 66. That tells me motherfuckers just didn't show up this election to vote. That's not the country's different. No, because even Trump has lesser votes than he did the last time. That just means
some people just didn't even show up.
That literally just means
they were like, I'm not going to pick between the lesser
and then
of two.
And it's easy to find because it's people we know personally who've been online saying, well, I didn't vote. Then shut the fuck up. If you didn't vote, I don't want to hear that shit. You don't get to complain about nothing. If you didn't exercise your right as an American citizen to use your fucking voice, don't get on social media and be talking to me about, well, you can't be saying this and that. Shut the fuck up. You didn't vote.
Y'all got his hat falling off and everything. Yo, he mean business.
I promise you, we're going to be okay. We got 2 years. If he doesn't succeed in what he's doing, that midterm election, we got to flip the Senate. We got to flip the House. The only thing that I'm nervous about, like I said, the Supreme Court is already a fucking majority. All he does is stand to pack it more because he already packed it before he left the first time.
Yo, telling you, yo.
The next 40 years for our life is basically fucked. But the least we can do is make sure the generation coming after us are going to be left in better hands. I got a lot of nieces and nephews. I don't want them to have to go through what I'm going through right now. This feeling fucking sucks. I'm not about to be in no Van Joseph shit and be up here crying.
Yeah.
Because I ain't at the point of sadness. I'm at the point of anger. I told you in the car, I almost beat these motherfuckers up in NYC the other day.
All because they stepped on his sneakers.
That's not what happened.
No, I'm joking.
I'll say this again. Don't let Trump win and makes you think that you motherfuckers are smart and now you can start acting out of pocket. Because I ain't the one. I will gladly fuck you up and stand on business after I whoop your ass. Don't do it. I mean that.
Unless that's a public service announcement for your ass.
Unless you have a fucking weapon, don't come in my face with that shit because I promise you, I'm for it. I'm nice as fuck.
They either going to get what they want, where it's problems, or they're going to not get what they want, which is problems.
Plain and simple.
Either way, y'all heard him. That's a public service announcement. He's standing on business. I second that.
Stop asking me.
This ain't the time or the place.
Stop asking me why I've cut people off. If I've spoken to you and I know that you didn't vote for him for the wrong reasons and you thought you were doing it for the right, I'm not talking to y'all. We've had these conversations, and y'all know exactly who I'm talking to. And I've apologized for wilding out. But for the motherfuckers who did it for all the wrong reasons, knowing that he's about to do what he's about to do, that's how I fucking feel.
Damn.
And for all the fake Christians, because that's what I'm gonna call y'all, fake Christians who are idolizing this man as if he's Jesus, that's fucking blasphemous. You never put anybody over fucking God.
Nope.
You out here spreading hate in the name of God. How dare you?
That's crazy.
How dare you? You telling me the Lord's creations don't mean more to where you're gonna put them in harm's way because they're different, because they're from a different area. They might be fucking gay. They might be trans. How dare you try to use the Lord's name to use that shit as a reason to hate on somebody? Kick rocks. Kick rocks. And it's not my place to judge you because I'm not him.
Nah.
But you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
You're gonna have that conversation. It might be a tough one too. That might be a tough conversation. But we got to get on up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
My bad, Steve.
So y'all be safe. Y'all be well. Yeah, as y'all can see, my boy Sean passionate about this one. But nah, y'all really do be safe out there. Y'all be well. And those of y'all that just out there starting shit, hey, y'all might run into the wrong one. So I advise y'all to chill out.
And once again, the things that were spoken today are not in the view of...
Yeah, this is Educated Brothers, y'all.
This is just us.
Educated Brothers. And on that note... No Talent Beats.
No talent.
Play us out, brother. Be safe. Be well.
2 years, y'all. 2 years, y'all. 2 years. Get y'all asses out and vote in that midterm. We got 2 years.
Please. I don't want to be in the circus for 4 years.
We got 2 years.
I don't want to be in the circus that long again this time around.